Dare to imagine, just for a moment, a mystical race. Beginning with number 1, Carbine, the trailblazer of Australian equine excellence. He won Sydney and Melbourne Cups with grandstand weights and carried his greatness to stud. Farlap, the most loved racehorse in turf history. This chestnut son of Night Raid somehow carried the nation through the Great Depression. 37 wins all up, from Melbourne Cups to Cox Plates. They called him the Red Terror. Burnborough, the Toowoomba Terror, winner of 26 races from 36 starts, a product of World War II. And it wasn't so much the number of races he won, but the way he won them. From so far back in the field, like a blur of brilliance. Tulloch, the greatest 3-year-old in Australian turf history, and arguably our greatest post-war galloper. Tulloch won 3 derbies and a Caulfield Cup in his 3-year-old year, missing his entire 5-year-old season through sickness, yet still coming back to win a Cox Plate, and finally Brisbane Cup. Rising fast. Picture this. We never saw this plain Kiwi stayer in Australia until he was 5. Yet within a year he had won 2 Caulfield Cups, a Melbourne Cup, and was lining up the favourite for his 2nd Melbourne Cup with top weight of 10 stone. He finished runner-up to the lightly weighted Topperoa, beaten less than a length. Dulcify. At 3 he won the AJC and Victoria Derbies and the Australian Cup. At 4 the WS Cox Plate in a hand canter. He was truly unbeatable that spring, the way he will be remembered forevermore. After his 1979 Cox Plate triumph, Dulcify had only 2 more starts, breaking down as favourite in the Melbourne Cup. Kingston Town, the big black horse, did it all from 1,200 to 3,200 metres. He won everything from expressway sprints to Sydney Cups, an unequal 3 successive Cox Plates, derbies, the lot. The super horse. Superimpose, Randwick's super miler. The crowds loved him, even in Melbourne, where he never really displayed championship qualities until it was almost over. His 2nd last race start, triumph. Finally, in an extraordinarily spectacular WS Cox Plate. Let's Elope, the baby of the field. The only female, too. In the spring of 1991, she won in order the Turnbull, the Caulfield Cup, the McKinnon, and the Melbourne Cup, all in a row. Then she came back in the autumn and won the Australian Cup in record time. Enough said. Better loosen up. This plain brown street fighter from the Hayes Empire won a Cox Plate, an Australian Cup, and became our first ever winner of the prize Japan Cup. Apart from his last win, the 1991 Australian Cup, he never won by far. His go was to knuckle it out to the post, wearing away at his rivals stride by stride. He was the working class hero.
They may be ghosts of the past, but what a field. Now, if you haven't caught up with this, here's what we want you to do. Pick the trifecta, but it has to be in order, 1, 2 and 3. Now, the race is run over a fast track, the distance 2,000 metres, the championship distance, and it's run here at Flemington. So